Hey, lifers, and welcome back to the Live Fully Academy show here on Facebook and also on Instagram. I'm so incredibly grateful to be here with Jay Armada, and she has owned a brick and mortar fitness studio. You have taught Jay all over, so many places, right? Such a hustler, a teacher, and I really want to tell your story today about how that you were able to lose 93 pounds. And let's get real because it looked like this, right? It wasn't all, hey, look at me and everything's wonderful. But before we jump into that, welcome to the show. I'm so incredibly grateful. And what's your one word for today? Let's start with that.
One word for today. Let's see. Grateful. I'm grateful to be here. So that's my one word to share my story. I'm grateful to be able to share my story today and maybe help others get up today and just get going, because I know with the quarantine it's hard to just get motivated right now. But it's possible for everyone. You just need to do it.
Just do it. Jay, so when you started your fitness journey, you've been married for a while, you have two boys,
Yes.
and what got you into changing your body, like really shrinking it, really making different choices? What was that pivotal moment where you said, boom? Because we all have that moment. What was that for you?
Um, I just got tired of being tired. So let's go back to the actual day, right? Um, Me and my husband have been together for a while, and we always like go out. We always go out to eat. We just do stuff because we didn't have any kids or anything, but it was just me and him. And our usual Saturday, we usually go out. We'll go to the mall. We'll go have dinner, just eat out all day. And for our dinner, we had gone to BJ's. We went to BJ's, and we usually have our beer, the sampler platter of beer. There's like I don't know how many. Our drinks.
Wait, Jay, did you each have your own sampler of the five bears?
No, we shared, but we had drinks too. So aside
Oh,
from sharing that,
okay. Thanks for painting that
yeah,
picture.
and that's my our usual. We usually do that. It's not a big deal, but we had that, and I had a salad because being healthy. I was being
You
healthy.
know you gotta have a salad, girl.
Yeah, I had a Caesar salad. So I had that chicken Caesar salad, and you know what? After our meal, I just didn't feel good. I like couldn't even do our walk. Like I just felt like I don't know, something inside me was just like not feeling good. And I got home and I was like, you know what? Like I don't like this feeling. Like why do I feel like this? Am I having a heart attack? Am I having anxiety? I didn't know what I was feeling. So when I got home, I was like, you know what? I've had my fitness pal for a while. Let me check out like what I had today. Like just let me check it out. I entered everything, Joanna, and I kid you not, it was 4,000 calories.
Yeah.
To gain 1 pound is 3,500 calories. I was like shocked. And I was like, you know what? I cannot live like this. Like, I have to do something about it. I'm too young. I'm too young to feel like this. And I mean, we do this like every weekend. During the week, we drink, we eat out. Like, it was a constant. No wonder I was chubby. Like,
Mm.
it was our own fault. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna change my. I didn't like completely like, oh my god, like I'm just gonna eat chicken and rice. But it was a gradual thing where I switched up healthier ingredients onto what I was making for both of us. My husband also ended up losing weight because I we were in it, you know.
Yeah.
So I just switched up. I switched up our ingredients, and eventually you're gonna get to a point where you're like, oh, I just want to eat healthy. This feels so good.
Yeah. You get addicted to that feeling, Jay?
Yeah. And then I walked because I couldn't run. I couldn't take a class.
Mm.
I was embarrassed to go into a class. I know I'm an instructor now, but at that time
Yeah.
I didn't even want to walk into a class because like I didn't want people looking at me. I didn't want people like just judging me or whatever. But um yeah, I went, and that's how I started walking, and also changing my eating habits.
Jay, how old were you then when you went to BJ's at that moment? And how much did you weigh then?
I was 220 pounds over. I didn't even check until I was a month in. So at a month in, I was 220.
I see. So it's probably more. And
Yeah,
you were how old?
27. And my goal was like, oh, I want to be, you know what, I'm going to give myself 3 years. I want to be 30 pounds less by the time I'm 30, because your knowledge about weight loss, I didn't even like check like how I could do it. I've been overweight most of my life, and like I just knew it was hard, or I my the how I envisioned it, it was so hard, so I gave myself that goal. And in a year, I in 8 months I dropped 88, and then
Wow.
93 in 1 year. So it was just, I was trying to get to 100, but I was like, oh no, like this is like too much. You find that balance after, like, okay, like this is what I can maintain, and this is where I'm at.
Yes, I totally get it. Yeah, Jay, I lost a lot of weight in high school. I think I personally went too low
Yeah,
for what my body was like, felt good with. And I began to communicate with my body. Do you have that now, Jay? Do you like have a different relationship? And I know that's such a cliche, but a different relationship with your body.
definitely. I think everyone needs to pay attention on what their body tells them. Um, if you don't pay attention to how stuff makes you feel, hold on a second, baby. Um,
Your mom's live on Facebook. Say hi.
okay, baby, hold on, okay? So I think if we don't pay attention to how things make us feel, we're not we have to be in tune with ourselves, because like if you drink two coffees, people don't think about this, but sometimes certain foods or whatever we drink gives us migraines. And people always tell me like, oh man, since I started working out with you, I haven't had migraines. I'm like,
Wow.
no, it's not me. You're drinking more water, you're
Yeah.
doing this more. Like
Wow.
when we're not in tune, I don't think like we're as successful. That's why I always like tell people, if you want permanent results, like this is what you got to do, because you have to be in tune with your body. You have to pay attention to how food makes you feel. Some people get migraines eating chocolate,
Mhm.
and they don't know that though.
Jay, touche to that. I went on like a quest. I was like on this like I'm going to say quest instead of mission to learn more about my body. And I found this one doctor, but Jay, this was after seeing 15 doctors. It's like
Yeah,
dating, right? You date
yeah,
a bunch and then you find the one that you want. So I found this one doctor and I just saw her yesterday and I said, I'm not going to say her name, but I'm like I keep breaking out, and it's not like vanity. I'm like, no, these are like huge. My body is telling me something, Jay. There's
yeah.
something up. Like they were huge. So I asked her and we did some work, found out that the coffee that I'm drinking has mold in it because these beans
Oh
and they're
yeah,
making them, yeah, they sit there. Anyway, I don't want to go into that, but she's like, okay, let's have this coffee and let's try this. But just like you said, with the chocolate and the migraines and the etc. But Jay, I knew something was off. I'm like,
yeah.
tell my body was like, I didn't know it was the coffee yet. I knew it was something, right? But I went on that quest. So anything like that, Jay, other stories that you have that you discovered, like, hey, this doesn't work for me anymore. And I've been living and eating this and doing this for so many years. I didn't even realize.
Just with the foods, I feel like um there's like so many things, but one thing was like how fat, it makes me feel a certain way. Like, and
Mm.
I would eat fat on a regular, like the pieces of fat on pork, and I would eat that. And like after I feel, I mean, I still do it sometimes, but I know how it's gonna make me feel now, like if I eat a steak, like I'm like,
Uh,
this is why steak for me is a treat. Like I know I'm gonna feel that way with this steak, and you know what? I'm gonna enjoy this steak today because I know later I'm gonna feel a certain way. So, I mean, there's like so many things with food. I know I can't drink a certain amount of coffee and then like have my pre-workout so close to each other
mm,
because I can't. I just can't. I know you're not supposed to, but like I love coffee. So if I'm gonna drink coffee, the pre-workout, like I'll probably take half a scoop later because I know it will make me feel a certain way. So there's like so many things that we don't pay attention to just in general with what we consume.
Jay, have you released the judgments with the beating yourself up or the mind chatter when you choose to have that pork fat? 'Cause you're like, I'm gonna
Oh
choose
my
it.
god.
And I'm probably gonna not, but you don't beat yourself up. Have you?
Just recently, just the last years, like the last year was like life changing for me, Joanna. Like I give myself so much grace now, and this
Mm,
is why this part of my weight loss is my favorite, just
mm,
because of the fact that I give myself grace. Before I used to be hard on myself, especially after having Lincoln, my first son. I
mhm.
was just like, come on, dude, like if freaking uh whoever celebrity can have her
I can
freaking body
body
back
back in
in
2 months.
4 months. And like I didn't, I mean, I knew they have doctors, they get stuff done, but like, just the pressure of social media or whatever. My second son, I told myself I wasn't gonna do that to myself, so I took my time. But yeah, and I gave myself grace. Like
Yeah.
this is how the permanent results with what I share with everyone. This is how it comes because you have to live with what we have. You have to like accept that, hey, you know
Mm,
what? Sometimes
I want
you
pork fat.
can't. Yeah, you know, sometimes you gotta eat like steak fat. It's cool. Like it's all right. Just know what you need to do after, and like be honest with yourself and know what to do. If you know what to do after you have that pork fat, dude, you're gonna be fine. It's okay. Drink a bunch of water, release those toxins, whatever you need to do, just do it. You'll be okay. And the thing with people is they quit as soon as they do bad. And that's like one thing
Yeah.
that you can't people, I posted yesterday that, oh yeah, if you want permanent results, DM me. Okay, the permanent results is changing your lifestyle, not miracles, dude. Like I don't do
And they're
miracles.
like, oh, we get it.
I'm all about habits. Like you have to change
Habit.
your habits. Like that's what I'm sharing with you. Like permanent results is not me giving you like some, I don't know,
Yeah.
treatment or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
That's what people
Some
thought.
Botox
Like,
or yeah, mental Botox. Yes,
yeah,
I don't have that answer, but we have the habits. Jay, oh my gosh. Okay, before we're going to wrap this up, I do want to talk about something that you and I were talking about. Let's go to habits. And like it has nothing to do with fitness, but it has to do with your life, and it's making your bed in the morning.
yes, making my bed in the morning is life changing. I know everyone was like, I have I'm coaching a client right now, and she's like, well, it didn't change my life, but it's nice to look at. I'm all like,
So it does change your life. Yeah.
yeah, that
Right?
was like, what are you
We
talking about? It feels good.
we expect like this huge, we want to go to Z and like, oh, I feel better. I feel good. Well, isn't that life changing? Yeah,
Yeah,
yes. Right?
yeah. It
Jay.
makes me really happy. It
Yes. I
and it
I
also
did it this morning. I thought of you. Go ahead.
it also like, so now that when I started with you, I started making my bed, right? Like remember?
Uh-huh.
So I started making my bed, and eventually that led me to cleaning my room, picking up. It That's like life changing.
Yeah,
To me
right.
it is. I
Yes.
feel.
Momentum that starts with
Yeah,
then drinking water and cleaning your room and et cetera, et cetera. Jay, I love
exactly.
talking to you. You are just so phenomenal. I am such
Thank you. You
a
are too.
thank you. And so, when you adore people and you're like, because you have tenacity, you know what I mean? You're like, I'm here. I'm here. I'm doing it. I'm doing the work. I'm doing the work. I'm doing the work. This is not a one time change your life. So I honor you and I see you. And Jay, if
Thank you
anybody
so much.
wants to reach out to you and follow all your amazing Instagram stories and all your posts, what's your
Uh,
handle? Let everybody know.
Actually, Joanna, it was because of you that I changed everything to the Jay Armada.
Yes.
So they could just catch me anywhere with my name. And my business one is at Beasting Beauty. So the Jay Armada and all platforms, LinkedIn, um, Twitter, everything. The Jay Armada. TikTok, the Jay Armada.
Jay, I'm so proud of you for doing that. Yeah, now everybody
Thank
knows
you so
it's
much. Thank
Jay
you for
Armada.
having me. I always enjoy talking to you.
I do too. Love you all. And remember to live fully. We'll see